Oh yeah, I wanted to tell a story, and I actually have a nice little story here about the time I had to work at Cedar Point for a couple of days. Basically, we were raising money for an event so that some people could go to GDC. And if you don't know what that is, that's a Game Developers Convention, where a bunch of game devs come together and talk about stuff. That was canceled, so all that money was raised for nothing. And I lived through that hell for whatever. Anyways, I'm getting too far ahead of myself when I say hell, because first off, I just want to state I don't like Cedar Point. I'm not big on like roller coaster rides and that kind of stuff. So going there and working them, that's just a dream job right there, isn't it? We went in October. It's actually the second time a group of people went to Cedar Point that year. This was in October. This was during Halloween time. And that's important because it's going to come up later. And basically, we were going up there, work the weekend basically, so we could raise money, and nobody was getting money except to go towards airplane tickets and that type of stuff, and tickets for the GDC. Anyways, we get there, and there's these little accommodation places that people live in, because there are actual people who live there for a certain amount of time. And that, if you look at the outside of that place, it looks like a fucking jail cell. Holy shit. And each room has the bare minimum of what you need. You got a bed, you got some walls, a cabinet, a dresser. There you go. It's just, we didn't need to pack much anyways. All we needed was basically clothes, pillow, and blanket, because we weren't going to stay in there anyways. And the first day we got there, we settled down, everybody got their rooms, and I had to room up with basically the room has 3 beds in it, a bunk bed and a normal bed. I stayed with my 2 best buds. So we get there, and the first day, which is Friday, we were able to relax and actually go on the rides for free. So we did that. Well, I didn't. I basically stayed back the entire time, unless it was a ride that I somewhat cared about going on to. But yeah, we went through there at night. We went through some haunted houses. They were pretty lame, to be honest with you. We were going through this trail. Not really a trail, but anyways, we're going through this place, and occasionally people would jump out and be like, "Rah!" And I don't know why, but we were in a really flossing mood, because we wanted to be as cringy as possible. but as soon as this guy popped out, one of the people in our group started flossing, and then the other guy who scared him started flossing with them, and they were having a little floss up. We were like, "Oh, yeah!" It was great. But after that day, things started to go downhill, man. So we all get there, we get ready. It's like a full 8-hour shift basically, and I don't know what nobody knows really what they're gonna do yet. This is my first time there. Some people have already been there multiple times, so they know what's going on. Also the first day we had to learn some things about the rides, and not we didn't control the roller coasters or anything. We did the wacky carnival rides, shoot the ball in the thing, you get a stuffed bear or something like that. That's what we did. Because who would put us in charge in people's lives when it comes to the roller coasters and shit? So we learned that, and then we're eventually we do have time to kill before we get to our stations. So we get on some more rides. I'm not feeling too great because I'm scared. I get really nervous in social interaction type stuff. So the idea of having random people come up to me and give me money, and I have to talk to them about rules and stuff, scared the hell out of me, and it made me rethink why I even got there, why I'm even there in the first place. But I tend to get nervous on first days at jobs anyways. But so we get there, we get ready, we get our little shirts on with our name tags. First off, they didn't even have the right name tags. They had the name tags of the first group who was there earlier that year. They didn't have my name on it. So I went around as Michael. I don't know why that's funny to me. I was there. I was in charge of one of the things, which is basically, you have a basketball. You shoot it in the hoop. You get them all in. You win a ball. And like, it's like $2 for one shot and $5 for three. And you have to get like, was it that? Anyways, you have to get all your shots in, and you win a basketball with like a team name on it. Hooray! The great part was, I don't know any sports team. So when people were asking, "Oh yeah, give me Kentucky," I'm like, I have to take a hard look. I have to hard scope that ball real quick because I don't know what the color scheme is, or if they have a team name or whatever. So I have to I have to look for that shit. So we do that. I'm standing all day. My leg is killing me because I am just standing on fucking concrete in my Vans, and those things have absolutely no what's it called? Like, I'm basically standing on the pavement, and my feet fucking hurt, dude. Sometimes it wasn't too bad, but it got real bad because there was a lot of people in that park today, and it was actually recorded as the most populated day of the entire Cedar Point existence, because it was Halloween, special event, and everyone was there to the point where they had to tell people to not enter the park because there was already a maximum capacity. It was fucking crazy that day. So I had to go through. I had like wads of money that I had to deal with and like put in my little little apron pocket things. I had to deal with a lot of people. Some of them were just a bunch of assholes. Like, there was these group of kids, these group of like athletic middle schoolers, and they would just not get away from the game. They missed a shot, they're like, no, I gotta do it one more time, dude, bro. Here's another $5. Like, they could just not. They were there for 15 to 30 minutes, I swear. Holy shit. They were there to the point where, like, other people were just waiting for their turn, but they just wouldn't stop. These kids, no matter how many times they missed, they had to get that ball, even though it would be much cheaper to just go to your local Dickies and just buy a ball at that point, because they spent like $20 to $50. It's so stupid. I didn't see anybody supervising them, so I'm assuming they're a bunch of friends, a group of friends that lived nearby Cedar Point. They're like, yeah, let's go hang out there and annoy all the employees over there. So, and this is funny because, like, a little girl with her mom, like, made both the shots and got the ball, like, right after they left. This girl that was, like, significantly smaller than them. It was funny. I mean, there were some cool moments, too. Like, I saw a guy with one arm that made every shot, and that was really cool to see. There was one really awkward thing that I had to witness, though. It was really awkward at the time, but it's funny to rethink now. I mean, okay, so this family comes up, and this kid with Down syndrome, he's gonna shoot the ball, and I think that's so sweet, having this kid, be able to play and stuff. Hopefully I can witness a miracle and him win the ball. That would be super cool, and be like, yeah. So I tell him the rules. I'm like, good luck. He throws the ball, hits off the rim. I shouldn't laugh at this. It comes back and hits him in the face. But that's not the funny part. No, nobody was laughing. He hits him in the face and goes, "Ah, you idiot." I'm just like, whoa, I'm taken aback. Because at the time, I was not laughing. It was a really awkward situation. But I was like, is he calling me stupid? Like, and his parents are like, oh my, don't say that. And then so he takes another shot, it almost hits him in the face again, and he goes, "Fuck, shit!" And they're like, "Dude, stop it!" And they're like, "I am so sorry, sir." I'm like, "It's okay." It was so. So we end our shift, we close shop, we get the hell out of there. We get back to the little dormitory places that we're stuck in, and oh yeah. Back on the dormitory places, they have the absolute grossest bathrooms I've ever fucking seen. The floors are always wet, and the toilets are gross, and the showers are extremely tiny. And you have no place to put your clothes when you're showering. There's like no shelf to put them on. That's fun. We get back and we're like, we're chillaxing, and then we go, "Yo, you guys want to go at a midnight Taco Bell run?" And we're like, "Hell yeah, dude!" So we're going to Taco Bell, and there's 3 different cars. We go into the one that we came down to Cedar Point to. We all hop in the same car. So it's me, like 4 other dudes. It's not my car. I'm not the one driving. The line to Taco Bell is super fucking long, to the point where it's nearly into the road. So we go, should we just go to the McDonald's next door? So we back out, we go to the McDonald's. And, I've learned a valuable lesson of never go to McDonald's at midnight. Because no matter what McDonald's you go to, their shake machine is broken, and they always get your order wrong. Every single time. You know what? I noticed that I'm not even drawing, so for now, I'm just going to take this off, and if I feel like it, I'll go back to this. Continuing the story. Basically, we go through the drive-thru, and our order is completely wrong. My stuff's right, but a couple other people didn't get exactly what they wanted. So we go through the drive-thru again, and we get the right order. And some of us wanted shakes or smoothies or something like that, but we didn't get it. We couldn't get it, obviously, because they're never working at midnight. So we're heading back, and there's a McDonald's like almost next to where we're staying. And as we're driving by it, we're like, "Hey, you think their shake machine's working?" And so all of a sudden, the car turns left. We're like, "Whoa!" And then another car that nobody saw went, and we're in a car accident. Ooh, it's scary stuff. This is the first car accident that I've ever been in. So nobody was hurt, thankfully. Both people in both cars were safe. And we noticed that some people who were in the McDonald's parking lot, they came over. They're like, "Is everybody okay?" And they helped us, and, they helped everyone. They were there, like, "Do you guys need anything?" And we also found out that they were working at Cedar Point as well. So we talked a bit, and we tried to calm down the situation. But the guy who drove, like, his car, like, his wheel was like, that thing had to be totaled. It was not going to get fixed. So now is really bad that happened to him. So we are now 1 car down. We have 2 cars to rely on to go back to our college when we're done with Cedar Point. And the guy who drove, he had to leave. Like, of course, nobody blamed him. Like, he left early, later that morning. We sleep off that night. We get up in the morning to do another thing. We can only stay there for 4 hours this time because we're gonna head back after those 4 hours. And this time, I'm in. It's another basketball game, but it's slightly different. I have like shade. I'm in the front of the near the entrance because the day before I was like near the back But today I'm in the front, and there was not a lot of people coming up, probably because people wanted to ride the rides, and they didn't want to hold a basketball all day. So they would wait later that day, and since it was like opening hours, not a lot of people came up. So that was a nice, relaxing last day, I guess. So we get ready, we pack up after we're done working there, and we're starting to head back, and we have to rearrange where people go because now there's only 2 cars and there's all these people. And basically, I get squished like in the middle of the back seat to the point where like my pelvis is misaligned. I'm sitting back there like an old man, like an 80-year-old man with arthritis. Like, and it was quite a many hours sitting back there. So we get back safe, and dude, I just go. When I get back in my dorm, I'm just like, I'm never doing that again. That shit was not fun. Not fun in the slightest. However, I will say that, despite all that happened, I do not regret going because a lot of memories have happened there. A lot of stories and experiences. So that was that was Cedar Point. I never recommend working there. It is not fun. And you will get sick of Cedar Point very quickly. This is even coming from the people in my group who liked Cedar Point.